What is up, everyone? Welcome back to episode 5 of Mock Review, the series where I go through all the best mocks that I find on the internet this week, as well as showing off some of the best mock build series that are currently going on YouTube, and then I go through at the end and look at some of the mocks that you guys have sent in to me. So without further ado, make sure to subscribe to the channel if you're new around here, hit that like button if you do enjoy these type of videos, make sure to go check out every single builder that I feature in this series. Every single link will be down in the description down below, but without further ado, sit back, relax and enjoy the video. So the first mock up on the list, and the one that you saw in the thumbnail, is this amazing Venator by MOCs. And this Venator is sort of like a almost playscale size Venator by the looks of things, which is done in complete smooth techniques, which looks amazing. And I think this looks really good. Overall, I think I'd rather have this than a UCS Venator. I think this is just a really nice model and a huge step up from the playset one that we got a few years ago. Instructions are available for this mock. You can check out MOCs page to pick these up. I'm actually very tempted to buy these, but yeah, the total piece count is 2,415. It's got a full interior including a common room, hallways, cells, a med bay, an armory, and much more. It is over 70 centimeters long, 30 centimeters wide, and 25 centimeters tall, which is just a really nice model. I think it's a good size for a Venator, and overall it's just a really clean mock. The next mock up on the list this week is by Insert Lego, and this is a really cool scene depicting when Galen Erso is approached by director Krennic in his homestead. I really love this scene. I think this was a really cool scene. It was cool to see like a cool farm made in Star Wars, and this is just really well depicted into this Lego Star Wars mock. Obviously it's really well done in this sort of curved circular design. I think this looks really good as just a standalone sort of vignette mock sort of thing. I think the grass design is done really well, as well as the moisture evaporators in the back. I think these are really nice builds. Another thing I really like about this mock is the way the builder sort of used these scattered studs at the front to sort of represent the black soot and rocks and mud and stuff like that that you see on the planet. I think this is really well done. I think this is just a nice little technique rather than just laying plates down or anything like that. But overall, this is just a fantastic mock, and I decided to include it on the list. Talking of fantastic mocks, that moves us on to this incredible Krayt Dragon mock. This mock was made by Jonathan Snyder, and this has been featured on huge pages such as Beyond the Brick. I know they did a feature on their YouTube channel about this. This is an incredible mock. It really reminds me of that First Order Lego mock that he did surrounding this similar scene. However, I like the way he did this sort of completely differently, and it shows more of the Krayt Dragon just emerging from that hole in which the Tusken Raiders and Din Djarin and everyone else are trying to lure him out of. I think the Krayt Dragon itself is done really well. If we look at those minifigures in the bottom left, you can really see how big this mock is. It's absolutely huge, and I think this rock work and everything else is done amazingly well. I love how the cave opens out. I think this is a really nice technique here, and just a load of different techniques. I love how he mixed in rock work with different areas of snot and different things like that. I think this is just a fantastic mock. And the second to last mock in the featured mocks section of this week's episode sees the return of Marfan. He is an amazing builder. I featured him on the first ever episode of Mock Review, and he is back with this amazing ambush on Onderon mock. This is a really good sort of Clone Wars style mock with some droids facing off against Saw Gerrera and some rebels. I love the way he built this huge building in the back. I think it looks amazing. Some of the architectural designs he used, especially for the doorways, as well as all the different stripes and lines and different colors in this entire build. It looks really good. Then the purple roof is a really nice touch as well. I've never really seen anything like this, and it kind of fits in well with the sort of tree that's in the bottom there, as well as some amazing crates scattered around this entire mock. Overall, this is just a really nicely built mock, and just super detailed for the size that it is built in. And then the final mock in the featured mock section before we move on to the build series section is this awesome little mock by Pete's Creation. Now this is really good. I love the way he used these dark red areas of the rocks. I think this is something I've never really seen before, and overall the dark red just adds a lot to the rock work and mixes really well with the regular rock work, and it's a really nice little scene he's created here. That moves us on to section 2 of Mock Review, which is showing the best mocks that are currently being built on YouTube in the form of a mock build series. So the first up on the list is Catalyst Bricks, and he's building an Imperial communication base, and this is really good. He's currently 3 weeks in. There's loads of different areas in here, including this awesome waterfall and then a bunker and loads of other stuff. It's going to be huge, and it's going to be really sick. I love some of the techniques he's doing. He's a really talented builder, so it's definitely worth checking him out. Then the next mock up on the list is Robonut's Imperial Mining Hub. So this is a scene you might remember from The Mandalorian Season 2 on Morak, where there's this huge mining facility that our protagonists have to infiltrate in order to steal some information. And this is a really great mock. He has built tons of it so far. He's only 2 weeks in. He's used some really good technique, and I think it's a really clean mock. Again, he's a really great builder, so make sure you go check him out. And the same can be said for our next builder, who is Commando Brick, and he is building an awesome Christophsis mock from the Clone Wars. Now this is a really good scene. You don't see it built too often in LEGO, and I think this is really well done. I love how he's making up the path in the middle of the mock, and then some of the water as well looks really, really good. So make sure you go check this one out as well. But that brings us to the end of section 2 and the start of section 3, where I go over some of the mocks that you guys have sent in to me for this mock review. So let's get straight into your mocks. This mock sent in by you guys was by Captain Lego, and he sent me this amazing snowy mock. This looks really, really good. There's some really fantastic techniques in this. I'd honestly be really proud to build this one. I think this is a really, really good mock, and especially the tree designs, some of the snow work as well, and the building at the back looks really, really good. So you should definitely be proud of this one. Moving on, Paul sent me this amazing Endor mock, which has a giant tree. I mean, that tree is huge. And then there's some lovely foliage techniques, as well as a cool speeder flying around here, and much more. So make sure you go check out these guys. As always, every single link will be in the description down below. So then next up, Jacob sent me this awesome clone outpost mock. This is really big and has tons of cool foliage. I love that little generator on the side there, as well as Bobo Brick sent this awesome Scarif mock. This is a really nice mock. I think the water looks really clean, and there's a smooth transition from the water up to the beach and into the actual like terrain and foliage. I think this looks really cool. Then Lego Fan sent me this cool Hoth mock. This is really awesome. I love the sort of ice and crystals and stuff. Then I got a mock from Launch, and he sent me this awesome ATRT build in the 327th colors. I think this looks really good and is a really great ATRT build. Another Scarif mock was sent to me by God of Bricks, and this is a really good build as well. You got a cool bunker sort of thing at the back there, with loads going on in this mock, and I think it looks really good. Next up, Cody sent me this awesome mock which has tons going on. We've got some cool trees, some rock work over to the right, a massive turret at the back which looks really good, some awesome custom clones with some jetpacks and stuff, and an awesome little sort of landing platform sort of thing on the left hand side, which is really sick. Next up, Angus sent me this awesome little snowy mock which has some Imperials facing off against some Rebels. This looks really good. I guess it's like a Hoth mock. And then Pioneer 42 sent me this really good sort of like sandy mock which shows Rex and some 501st facing off against some droids on the other side, and this is a really great mock as well. The second to last mock was sent in by Sidharth, and this is an awesome Mandalore mock. I really like the way this one turned out. And then the final mock is by Brick Smuggler, and this is a really cool sort of like underworld sort of mock with a few rebels and a few stormtroopers and stuff like that. Some awesome signs and some really good details in general, some really nice depth to the mock, and some nice different textures on the walls and that sort of thing. And this is overall a really great mock. But yeah, in total, all of you guys that sent me mocks did really well this week. Honestly, your mock building is amazing, and I'm really glad I can showcase it on my channel right here. But if you want to send some mocks in for the next episode, make sure to DM me on Instagram with some photos to send me over there, and then I can try and feature it on the next episode. But guys, that is it for today's episode. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. As always, go check out every single builder that I featured in this mock series. They definitely deserve your support, so definitely go check them out. Give them a follow, give them a subscribe, and check out whatever they're doing. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, leave a like on today's video if you did enjoy, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.